Hello, good people, once again. Well, I drug out my ancient computer here just to show you that you can even use a really old school DEC terminal. No, I'm lying. This isn't a DEC terminal. It's this. But even so, we're going to do POI database stuff just from the terminal or command line. And we're going to do it with this right here. I've mentioned this before, GPS Babel, which is free. And you can go to gpsbabel.org, downloads, and you can get it for Windows or Mac or Linux, which sometimes looks like this. But you will notice that it says the installer will install both the graphical and the command line version. Ooh. So we're going to do the command line thing just so I can show you. You don't have to have a GUI just to make one of these things. Now all I have in here right now is, if you saw my previous video on the emoticons that I released for making, that you can use for custom POI database creation, I have one of these here. Sandwich. I like sandwiches. Everyone likes sandwiches. So that's what I'm using here. And I'm going to do this using just nothing but a text editor in the terminal. So let's do that. But the only thing you need, actually you don't even need this. You could do this just with no icon if you wanted to. But let's do this. And I'll use the Nano text editor for Linux. Oh, we are going so old school with this. So anyway, what we're going to do is use what is called the Universal CSV format, which is GPS Babel specific. Now this sounds complicated, but this will make sense in just a second. It's not complicated. So what we need to do is on the first line up here, actually, hold on, can I get the line numbers? Oh, I forget how to do that. You know what? I'm going to get out of this and use micro instead. Oh, there we go. So I got line numbers in this one. So on the first line, that is where we define our fields. So I'm doing latitude as LAT, longitude as LON, the name of the POI. You know what? There we go. Now you can see it. The name of the POI. ADDR for the address, city, state, post, and DEC with a C means description. Okay. And now we define our POIs from here. So I am going to use the 45 by 90 geographical marker. So the latitude for that one is, this is possibly one of the easiest to remember in the world. 45, and then comma, the next field, longitude, west, 90. You don't have to put into zeros, but I do just for consistency's sake. And then, okay, 45. This is the name part of it. If I could spell. Marker. And now I need address, city, and state. Now the actual, I might as well show this. Yeah, I have the tab up here. This is where the geographical marker is, but the actual address is down here on Google Maps. And it's this one right here. 234801 Meridian Road in Edgar, Wisconsin, 54426. And if I go here, this is a real deal landmark. I think they have, somebody took some photos. Oh yes, good, someone took some photos. And you'll see there's a walking path over to the actual thing. But actually, I think that might be roped off. Hold on, let me take a look. No? Oh, we got a path. Oh, there it is. See? That's the marker. 45 north, 90 west. Yeah. Marathon County, Wisconsin. There's a plaque somewhere around it. Oh, wait, over here. Yeah, you can check this out on the Google Maps if you want to. Okay, what does it say? Oh, okay, you can walk it, but it says like no vehicles allowed or something like that. Anyway, that's what it is. Figured I'd show that. So, okay, I'm going to put in the actual address of this place. I'm just going to back this up. Oops. Okay, which is 234801 Meridian Road. So that's the address. And then the city, which is Edgar, and then the state, WI, Wisconsin, 54426. And there we go. So we have latitude, longitude, name, and then address, city, state. Oh, I forgot the description. Okay, last thing. I'll just say this is a landmark. Yeah. It's off screen, but yeah, it's over there. Okay. And then I will save as file. And I'll just call it 45x90.csv. Saved. Quit. Make sure I have it. There it is. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I have to do some command line goodness for this. So do I have it off screen here? Yeah, I have this thing on the left. Let me just bring it into view. Well, bring it into view for you guys, that is. Okay, so it's GPS Babel. Now I don't know where this will be on your computer. So if I just type GPS Babel in Linux, it just works. Which is how computer stuff is supposed to work. But it will probably not be in your command line path, so you may have to do a command prompt cd space directory thing and get to it. If you know how to do command line stuff, should not be a problem, hopefully. But anyway, GPS Babel. And TAC W for waypoint, TAC I. This is the input type, universal CSV. And the file name, 45 by 90, is the input file, CSV, and then the output, TAC O. And now we put in some options, Garmin underscore GPI, which means Garmin points of interest. And then, and this is where we do the bitmap part. Bitmap equals sandwich.bmp. And then we assign a category. Category equals, I'll just call it landmarks. And then comma unique 1. What that does, to the best of my knowledge, is that it prevents, how should I put it, arguments between other POIs in your database lists. I think this is helpful, especially if you have other POIs of the same name in other databases. So if each one is unique, then there shouldn't be arguments. I think that's how it works. I could be wrong, but I think that's how it works. And finally, a TAC F, but this time a capital F. And the name of the output file. So I'll call it 45 by 90 GPI. Blep. Take a look. There is my GPI. Right there. That is the one that I copy over to the Garmin into the POI folder, which is under the Garmin folder. It's the same thing that I've been showing right along, but instead of using the POI loader to do it, this is just all command line stuff. And just to go back to the CSV file here. Now if I wanted to put more in this, all I have to do is just keep adding entries. That's it. So if I have, you know, another one, just making something up right here. This is POI 2, 1, 2, 3, any street, anywhere, state. Actually, I know what that is. Oh, is that Schenectady, New York? I can't remember. Anyway, 1, 2, 3, any street, state, zip, description goes here. So it's latitude, longitude, name, address. Oh, I forgot the city. City, state, postcode, zip code, and the description. And if I save that, now you'll see the size here is, you know, tiny, 144. But if I relist, now it's 228 bytes. But if I did this one with the same thing as before, so GPS Babel and all that stuff I showed before, so it was 1430. I'm sorry, not 1430, 1712, 1712 bytes. Do that again. Now it's 1868 bytes because I have 2 points of interest in there, along with the sandwich.bmp POI icon. Yeah, it totally works. You can do it this way on Windows, on Mac, on Linux. You do not need the excuse me. Ooh, sorry. You do not need the GUI whatsoever. You can just do it all from here. And why does this matter at all? Well, POI Loader is old. It really is. It's from 2013. So if it ever stops working, you got this as the alternative, so you can continue making your POI databases, no problem. And also, I should note, editing this way, while it may look complicated to do it with a text editor, is actually way easier than doing this with, say, Garmin Basecamp. Garmin Basecamp works. Yes, you get the graphical map and all that, but as long as you know the coordinates, that's ultimately all that you need, and all this other stuff, optional. Now, by the way, I should mention this in closing. If I wanted to make really, really simple POIs, I can pare it down to, yeah, this simple right here. Latitude, longitude, name. You can get it down to being this simple. So all you need is 3 fields. Yeah, latitude, longitude, name. At bare minimum, you need those 3. And maybe you can just add a description at the end. Let's say, you know, description, let's say address here. Description here. And if you don't have a description for it, you can just do that. Just leave a comma and a blank at the end. You have options. You have options. Just in case POI Loader stops working, because supposedly there's going to be a Windows 12. I mean, supposedly there will be. You know there's going to be. Will POI Loader from 2013 still work then? I don't know. Do you know? Of course you don't. No one does. So this is why it's good to know this nerdy stuff. Just in case. Just in case.